Hello everybody. Today I'm doing a video response to JB's vinyl and cassettes. He's asking us to show 5 albums from the year that you were born. And I got 5 here, and so this is the only 5 I have from 1969. 3 of them are from the same band, but you know, it is what it is, right? So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. The first one, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Willie and the Poor Boys, from late '69. It's a great album. It was their last album of 1969. Picture there. It features Cotton Fields. It was a Huddy Ledbetter cover. Fortunate Son, everybody knows that one. The Midnight Special, another Huddy Ledbetter cover tune. Down on the Corner, It Came Out of the Sky, just to name, you know, the most popular ones on here. It's a great album, and it's kind of like, it was pretty much their last album to deal with, you know, they have the country flavor, swamp rock, country flavor. This was the last album that they did like that. When they did Cosmo's Factory in 1970, they had moved away from that genre, or whatever you want to call it, and moved to more contemporary, I guess you could say. But overall, that's a really great album. Second album, called the New Gary Puckett and the Union Gap album, released by the Gary Puckett and the Union Gap Band. What was left of them. This was released in December of '69, and it only featured Gary and 2 other original band members, if I'm not mistaken. The group had split prior to this album because the management wanted them to work for a salary rather than work, you know, for the royalties, and they all split. I can't say I blame them, but this is a great album. Gary looking pretty cool there. It features the 2 hit singles, This Girl's a Woman Now and Don't Give In to Him. Jerry Fuller had produced their albums prior to this one, and this one was produced by Dick Glasser because Jerry Fuller had left Columbia Records before this record was recorded. But Jerry Fuller did produce Don't Give In to Him, which was the single. I probably was released prior to this album. They released it as a single, and then they just put it on the album, I guess, to fill it up, I imagine. But it's a pretty good album. Next one is Creedence Clearwater Revival's Green River from mid-'69. I had actually found this one still in the original shrink wrap. You can see right there where it's peeled. That's amazing. Somebody just slit the side to get their album out back then. So a little bit of history behind this one. And if we can see, there's the, I just hold it like this. It's the back side. Kind of country-ish. Even though they were from California. The highlights on this record to me, of course, Green River, Commotion, Bad Moon Rising, Lodi, Road Song for Everyone, to me, will be the highlights on this album. This is a pretty good record right here. I like it. But it only has 9 tracks on there. 4 on one side, 5 on the other. And Willie and the Poor Boys, forgot to mention, had, I believe, only 10 tracks on it. Let's see. Make sure I didn't lie to you. I believe it was only 10 tracks on this one. Yep. Okay. Now moving forward. Beatles, Abbey Road. I believe this was released in September of '69, 2 months prior before I was born. This is a first pressing. Tattletale signs. This tree, right? Let me get it in the camera. This tree right here, I believe, was cropped out. And also, you could tell the drain right here was cropped out on later pressings. Where it has, the end, Her Majesty, the song Her Majesty is not listed underneath there, which would indicate which was the final track actually. And also on the record, if you can see it, where it says the end on the label, Her Majesty is not listed there either. So that indicates the first pressing. Later pressings, they put Her Majesty, the track Her Majesty on the label. But on the first pressings, it got missed. Because and many of you probably know that may have listened to the Beatles, that they, it was a track that originally they decided to discard. They didn't want to put it on the album. It was a short track, 23 seconds. Paul McCartney just played it by himself. And originally in the medley, Her Majesty, I think, was between, I might be wrong, but I think it was between Me, Mr. Mustard, and Polythene Pam. Originally, that's where they were going to put it. But then Paul scrapped it, said, no, we're not going to put it there. And I think they decided to discard it, but at the last minute wanted to put it on the album. But on the tape, on the tape, there was like a 15-second dead spot. But when they put it on the album, there was a dead spot, about, I don't know, 15 seconds, something like that. And then Her Majesty began. So probably when they pressed the record, they missed it because they had that dead spot after the song The End, and then they didn't put it. And then the later pressings, they had realized it was on there, and then started listing it on the label. Then eventually on subsequent pressings, they put it on the back cover. Okay, what we got here? All right, the last album, Bayou Country. Early in '69. Notice there's no band name or title on the front, just a picture. But on the back, it has the title and the group name and the track listing. Not my favorite Creedence album. It's got some good songs on it. Bayou Country starts. Bayou Country. That's the title of the record. Born on the Bayou starts the album off, which is a great song. Then it has Bootleg, the song Bootleg after that, and then what does it for me is Graveyard Train. Runs about 8.5 minutes, and it's a really slow song, and it just seems like it just drags on forever. And that's what really the clunker song on this album is, that song. I wish he had left it off. It just drags. And he does a remake, a cover of Good Golly Miss Molly. John, what were you doing? I mean, it's okay, but it don't do it for me. I mean, it's alright, I guess. And then, of course, it also has Proud Mary. A great song there. Penthouse Popper, filler track. Keep on Chugling. It's a pretty good rocker. It runs about 740, but it's a pretty good rocker. It's just, you know, it's kind of long, but anyway. And there's only 7 tracks on this album, so it's fairly short as far as tracks are concerned. So that's my 5 choices from 1969. Appreciate everybody watching, and check out JB's Vinyl and Cassettes here on YouTube. He's a great guy, great personality. I'm sure you'll enjoy his videos as much as I have. So check him out. Y'all take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.